It's work, yo.
Yeah.
It's work. Even like applying for castings every day, keeping up with social media, going to shoots, being ready for shoots, preparing your looks. Like if you're really doing the job,
Yeah.
you know how hard it is. Like going to castings, sitting there for hours. Like when I used to go to castings, I would sit there for hours just to be seen for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of these girls out here, like now, like it's Instagram modeling. They go out with a photographer or somebody who has a camera, right?
Yeah.
Go out with somebody who has a camera, post photos on Instagram real quick. It's not that though. Like if you're
Yeah.
really trying to get like campaigns or
Yeah.
billboards or all of this stuff, like while I was in New York, I was going on test shoots. Like I was at an agency, I was talking to people. Like
Yeah.
I was going on meetings. Like it wasn't oh, let's meet up. You want to take photos of me? Like, no, like it's real shit. Like sitting there being picked at and prattled at, like what people telling you like what's wrong with you or what's not wrong with you. And you can't even take it personally. Like you can't, like I've learned that over time. You really just can't take that shit personally. They're not looking at you. They're looking at for what they want.
How often right now do you have smaller brands than you, I guess like follower wise, reach out to you and say, we can help you gain exposure?
Like all the time. Like a lot of the time. I mean, that's just like it's part of the oversaturation. Everyone thinks like
That
I don't know.
everyone thinks that
Exposure is payment.
Yeah.
I mean, in a certain degree, it is though. I guess if it brings you value.
Yeah, I think if it brings value and if it can,
Should benefit
if
from
it could benefit for both parties. But
Yeah.
like I remember in my photography days, like there'd be so many people where like they don't even have like good pictures at all, and they'll like reach out to me and be like hey, like let's collab or let's do this, and they'll be like this could be great exposure for you, and then I look at their page and they have like selfies, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what kind of
Yeah.
exposure are we talking about?
I don't know. Like even now, but this is the thing nowadays too. Like I've had this conversation with so many creatives now. Like I've just been trying to talk more with them and have more open conversations like this.
Yeah.
But like there's no standards anymore, you know? Like everyone can do it, and like there is no difference between professionals.
Yeah, at the end of
Someone
the day,
used a good term the other day, Jay. He said hobbyists. Yeah, you know, like people who are just doing this as a hobby compared to people who are professionally doing this. And I think that's really what like throws it, like, you know, like the whole exposure thing and like.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think the lines are blurred in this, like in these creative spaces or careers. Like the lines are blurred. Anybody can be anything. Anybody can do anything. It's just however you perceive yourself, I guess. At the end of the day, it's like people aren't taking it seriously, and they're making.
But what
bank
makes
off
you
of it.
like? What makes you actually doing it though? Like, you know, like what's the difference between someone who's doing it and not doing it? Like, I guess it's standard. That's what I say. Like, quality of work and professionality. I don't know. It's interesting though.